Good day, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another NRL rebuild. Just a couple of these left. We have been pumping them out, and tonight is a team that definitely needs a rebuild. We'll probably go in the direction of a new coach next year, and I'm talking about the St. George Illawarra Dragons. If you guys don't know how these videos work, the wheel, basically, not there, the wheel there decides who goes to what team. From fullback all the way to lock. I put in a bunch of players with their name, Roosters Nation, Jared Finch, edits it so that you get to see those players on Instagram and TikTok and eventually on YouTube in those jerseys. But obviously the Dragons, they are a team that needs someone to start with, like a James Tedesco or a Clint Gutherson, bit of X factor about Latrell Mitchell. There are some very good fullback options here. I just realized that I do have Tyrell Sloan. We are going to remove him as he obviously is a Dragons player, and I don't think I've done it for any other players, but we will make sure I do as we go through. But fullback position, let's find out who the new look St. George Illawarra Dragons fullback is, and it is going to be Chance Nickel-Klokstad. So Chance is probably going to be pushed to a different position than fullback next year with the signing of Roger Tuivasa-Sheck coming back to the club. But Chance has been in great form for a very good Warriors side that is towards the top of the table and playing some great footy to start this season. Moving into the wing position, they do have a bit of strength in the wing with Ravalawa. Moga and Fine do score tries, but I think you'd probably want someone like Brian To'o to get those carries out of their own end, and probably I think for the Dragons, maybe Jermaine Asako. I think sometimes Zach's goal kicking is a bit questionable, and I think he's a very versatile player. So I would be picking Brian To'o and Jermaine Asako here for the Dragons, but it's not up to me. It's up to the wheel, and let's spin the wheel and find out who is going to the Dragons. And it's Ronaldo Mulitalo, who at the time of filming this last week, unfortunately could not get the put down, but hopefully he gets put down at the St. George Illawarra Dragons. Ronaldo Mulitalo joining on the wing there. Now we move into the centres. Now, as for the centres, I think Bradman Best or Val Home would be really good choices. Bradman Best has been around for a while. Will Penasini is a great choice as well. Joey Manu would be an interesting one, I think, with this combination so far. Jake Averillo would be a great choice as well. So I'm going to go Jake Averillo and Will Penasini. I obviously picked a few of the Eels ones before they were spun, so let's see if I can pull it off again. And Will Penasini. Okay, we do have one. Will Penasini in his preferred position of jersey number 3 at Parramatta. Will Penasini is off to the St. George Illawarra Dragons. Joining Will Penasini in the centres for the Dragons as we spin it for the second time. Centres here. I said Will Penasini and Jake Averillo or Bradman Best. I can't remember. And Jake Averillo. Did I say that? I can't remember. But Jake Averillo there is in the centres. This is a nice team so far. I actually don't mind this team. Let's move in or back to the wing position where we do need to get rid of Ronaldo Mulitalo, and we do need to pick our second winger for the Dragons to score plenty of tries on the right wing. And it is going to be Dominic Young. So Dominic Young has obviously signed with the Roosters for next year. He's currently with the Newcastle Knights in some great try-scoring form. Nice back line so far. This is a good team. Let's move into the 5/8 position. Now, not too many options here. Probably Dylan Brown and, Matt Burton. Probably another good choice for this one. So let's move into the 5/8 position and spin the wheel. And for the 5/8 position, we are going to get Tyson Gamble. So Tyson Gamble, we'll add him in the number 6 for the Dragons. So we might be let down here by the halves positions. Now, look, if you can snag someone like Nathan Cleary, you're back on track. I think if you were to get Lachlan Ilias or arguably Chad Townsend with some of the form that he's in, I'm going to spin this wheel here, and we're going to pick our number 7. I nearly said 6 there. And we are going to get Daly Cherry Evans, so a really nice choice for the halfback, the Maroons representative. He's in some great form this year as well, especially early on. Try-scoring form, setting up. He's doing it all, especially at home too. As for the props, we are a little bit scarce in the props here. So we do only have 6 props available now. So basically, I think we have 2 or 3 teams remaining. And basically, you're going to get what you're given when it comes to the last 2. So here, I think you'd probably want Jesse Bromwich and Nelson Asafa Solomona. Adam Fanua-Blake would be a great choice as well. He's in form, but you want to get Nelson. There's Christian Welch. So here we go again. Let's see if he is able to pull a rabbit out of the hat and pick the prop. But before we move into that, we do have to, and I've done it this time. I've done a number 9. Now, number 9, Reece Robson was a Dragon in the past. I think Wade Egan would be a good choice for this team. I think Wade Egan would work very well here for this Dragons spine. And it's not Wade Egan. It's on the corner there. It's Josh Hodgson, who is missing tackles and running 0 meters at Parramatta. So Josh Hodgson, Dragons, you can have him. As for the prop, we move Christian Welch out and spinning and finding out who is in jersey number 10. Bit of a slow spin there. And it's Regan Campbell-Gillard, currently at this time out with injury, but the Dragons signing Campbell-Gillard for the 2023 season. Let's imagine. Now we move into the back rowers. So not a bad team, probably not the greatest team. There are definitely some weaknesses throughout the team that are noticeable. But here, I think you probably want someone like a Hudson Young or an Olakalatu. You can have both. And David Fafita would probably get a lot of ball at this team. So David Fafita would be my choice, actually. And it's going to be Zach Hosking, who's playing at the Panthers, previously at the Broncos, playing some really good footy. He could definitely score some tries amongst this squad. Cherry Evans, short ball, and Zach Hosking is over for a double. All right. The other back rower in jersey number 12, I still think David Fafita would be a great fit for this team. I don't think we'll get him, though. It's going to be Ryan Madison. Ryan Madison was at Manly, I believe, for the other rebuild that we did. But Ryan Madison making the transition over to the Dragons. And a little bit scarce here in the lock department as well. I think Jermaine Hopgood would be a great choice here for the Dragons. And I also think that Patrick Carrigan, I would say Radley, but the sin bins are really costing him. And the Dragons just don't need penalty when you've got players like Tyson Gamble and probably Regan Campbell-Gillard giving away some penalty throughout the season there. But I think Jermaine Hopgood or Patrick Carrigan for this team could turn it around. If we don't get one of those two, I think it's a weaker team than we have had. And we do get Patrick Carrigan. We end on a high there. Patrick Carrigan, the Maroons representative, joining the Dragons. So let's recap this team and have a look at our NRL rebuild. We have Chance Nickel-Klokstad at fullback. On the wing is Ronaldo Mulatalo and Dominic Young. In the centres, we have Will Penasini and Jake Averillo. So a nice centre pairing there. Some young guns. In the 5'8" position, we have Tyson Gamble, who is playing some good footy this season at Newcastle. But if you're going off Broncos form, who knows what he's going to be like at another club. Daly Cherry Evans at number 7. Great choice there. In the props, we have Christian Welch and Regan Campbell-Gillard. So not a bad, lots of offload ability in the props there. At hooker, we have Josh Hodgson for this one. And then in the back row, we have Zach Hosking, Ryan Madison. And at lock, finishing us off, we have Patrick Carrigan. So not a bad team, probably one of the weaker teams we've done so far. We've probably scarced, all those players. I think Nathan Cleary is still up for grabs, so hopefully he goes to a club. But there you go, guys. That is the Dragons rebuild. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As I said, make sure you keep an eye out because on Instagram and TikTok, Roosters Nation and myself will be uploading the edited version of these players in those jerseys, the Eels, the the Parramatta Eels, I'm having a blank to who I've done, but the other Cowboys and the Broncos are all available. So go and check those out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys for the next one.